How about my dearest YouTube friends? Today we are in a new video, in this case a little later, because as you already know, on Wednesdays I have a soccer game with my company team and I just got home. So let's see how difficult this week 4 is. Because let's remember that week 3 was quite complicated with that Ghost Rider as boss, especially because of the bug that he just got for those two abilities that Ghost Rider had. In this case, we are already seeing that this week's boss number 4 is Baron Simo, and ahead we have to defeat Classic Punisher, Agent Venom, the Winter Soldier, and skilled characters. Okay, in this case, I have already composed the team. You are already seeing it on Thanos de Lescusala and on Vox, okay? And we are going to go for the first character, and more or less I am going to tell you the counters that we need for each character.
If you don't have the characters that I have, then you can use others. Okay, in this case, let's see what our friend Punisher has for us. Basically, whenever a skilled attacker misses the defender's handicap film, he has 111, humanity has better accuracy that increases critical strength. The defender alternates between immunity, stun, and anticulates. The defender takes 30% more damage from those critical hits, since he takes 60% less damage to all non-critical sources. Defender starts the fight with 5M Void of Cruelty every 1 increases. Strength and critical damage interrupt attack strong defender transfer. A passive effect of cruelty to us, okay? In this case, it would be advisable to carry a skilled character in the style of Nig, Fury, or something like that. But in this case, I prefer to carry a Tarnos. Desde because he is also a character that has a lot of critical index. You are already seeing that under Punisher's life. Well, she has those cruelty improvements, and we, by forcing her to throw the hard blow, when we don't throw it, well, we are going to be able to pass those cruelties to us, as you are seeing on the screen. In reality here, any character who has a high critical index can us be functioning to a good extent. In this case, I take Thanos because he is a quite powerful character, but Vox can serve us, and as I always say, a skilled character here is going to be helping you a lot, okay? So that's what's appropriate. A character that brings in many critics, in this case with our friend Thanos. Denless did not want to include a single critic in this case. We are totally screwing it up. I am playing, but fatal, and also very important that I did not say it at the beginning of the fight. It is very, very important to bring a character who gets in.
What has been the forgiveness of the saga is valid because it is very important to be able to get those good prices that you will already be seeing when we complete Baron Simo against that character with a saga label. Okay, we almost got him dead. In this case, you are already seeing that our damage is reduced by not having critical hits. And here I already tell you that I consider that we should have a character that has guaranteed critical hits, a Nick Fury, a Bullseye.
Or for example, the new Yelena Velova also cannot work for you, although many of you do not have it. And those to me are the best characters to be able to carry a literally skillful character that critically hits you. With that, you are going to do a lot to this fight. And in this case, well, counting, I have charged it, I have screwed it up, but a barbarity. We get those 1007 star chipmunks and we go for the second character, which in this case we have Gente Venom ahead of us. And this is where, yes, you have to bring a counter against this character who has to be mystical. Is it worth it to be able to remove those robustness improvements? As we are going to read right now in the notes, every 5 seconds the defender has an indefinite improvement of 10% armor. On Mystic Santangantes, it has a passive effect of permanent fury that increases attack power. That is why I tell you that here you have to put a mystical character of defenses without one of demolition disadvantages. And when the defender has a robustness effect, it has a non-cumulative power stack improvement. Here, any mystical character can be working horribly for you, whether Akusala, whether Kindred, or any character that is going to take away those power accumulation improvements and those robustness improvements, as you are already seeing on the screen. As we are removing it and we are generating those fury improvements, the only thing you have to be very careful with that power copy and that theft. You're okay, you have to be using it all the time. He put it at the base of Super Attack 1 to remove all the improvements because otherwise it may be complicated for us. And the good thing is that we can also rely on this with these people from Venom against the Super Attack 2 of Agent Venom, which is the easiest to avoid, which is basically what you are seeing on the screen, a simple pullback. Okay, in this case, be careful. It is going very crazy for us. Let's see if we can take away the advantages. Perfect. We put it in incineration. And I am already seeing that it has gone down very well. Let's remember that with Kinder, it can go very well. Discuss it with Dr. Doom. Any mystical character here is literally the key to killing this Venom agent. As you already know, Venom people have tenacity, trying not to leave many disadvantages active and even avoid stopping. Okay, we get those 3,000 crystal shards a month, and we're off for the little soldier in winter. Let's remember that this character, we are tired of fighting with him in the Kingdom of Legends, therefore he is not a threat. What is it with our friend the Winter Soldier? As long as the attacker is close to the defender has a regeneration improvement every 3 seconds that regenerates 0.13 of his maximum life. Stay away, regeneration decreases. The character with the most unique buffs gains 9%. Its power bar, always the attacker hits the same basic attack. Twice the right has an efficiency buff, and every 15 seconds the attacker suffers a super attack block. In this case, it is why I have chosen Vox, because he is a character that generates many improvements, and in the end, that is going to give us a bar of power, and also because I have chosen Vox, because it has on top of it, which has been the advantage that super attacks cannot be blocked, therefore double advantage. You are already seeing how regeneration is being generated, so what we have to stay away from the Winter Soldier and prevent the combos from being the same, always to prevent it from charging those efficiencies as you are seeing, because otherwise it will be gaining those improvements and it will be gaining a lot of power. But you are already seeing that here with a cosmic character, which in this case I am doing it with Vox. But Thanos Delde could be working very well for us because they are characters that generate many improvements. Hulk Clean, any character that generates many improvements, that in this case, well, it is good for us. The cosmics are going to be spectacular against this character. And in this case, Bosch, Thanos, Dedel Gladiator, I can think of characters that in the end generate improvements. Zenis, Darphenis that generate many improvements. They can come to mind very well against this fight. You are already seeing the basic and the which is the fight with a cosmic character, which in this case with Vox we have taken on it in a spectacular way. Friends, you have already seen it. It is not a difficult fight. In the end, the Winter Probe that we are tired of all the time of hitting us against him to test the characters. We claim those 1,007 star squares again, and now we are going to get the head of this mission of classified aspirants, our Baron Simo, who we are going to see the notes they have because they can be a little difficult. Okay? Every 12 seconds, the defender has an upgrade. Regeneration, establishing a 10% maximum increase of 5 seconds if attackers are far from defenders. When it is activated, the attacker obtains regeneration instead, but be very careful because it is not convenient for us to have regeneration ourselves. Why would you say? Whenever the active defender under attack inflicts 2 petrify disadvantages of 25% power for each power bar spent, then that will make us petrify to remember that what petrify does is lower your regeneration rate and return the damage. Therefore, it is not advisable to have regeneration. Finally, when the attacker hits the defender, combo 95 or more. Before the combo chain ends, the attacker suffers an instability disadvantage that causes our hits to deflect. Therefore, you always have to take 5 hits against this ball, and each disadvantage of the attacker reduces his defensive skill accuracy by 130. In this case, I think we are going to be using Akusala. Let's remember that we have to be killing this Balonchimo with a character from the Darphenix saga so that we can obtain the prizes. Okay, while you're already seeing how we're doing, well, how's he getting the regeneration? With Simu under the life of this same one and a lot of care, because what we can do is go back, that right now we don't have any type of petrification, and that's how we heal ourselves a little in the fight. Okay, and we're already hitting calmly. In this case, the regeneration has already been finished, but as for shooting them in super attack 1, which is what I always recommend that you shoot Balonchimo, because you see in this case how I have not finished the combo in 5. Well, he has put the petrification factories on us. We have to be close to him to prevent that petrification from harming us. Okay, and you are seeing how we avoid the deviation. It's a little complicated, okay, friends? We simply have to try to always make 5 blows, okay? Because if it can't be failing us, as in this case instability has given us, it can come a little good to heal ourselves, but a little more. You are also already seeing that it regenerates a lot. We are already seeing the problem that this character has. Okay, we throw an attack 1 to stop. Get those interaction disadvantages that are being purified, so be very careful with super attack 1, and in this case we are going to see if we can go back and put that regeneration on ourselves to prevent him from healing. Okay, in this case you are also seeing that it is almost not having an effect on us, so I think we can also be living from that. In this case we have had a strong blow. We should not have done it because we have been left with the weakness disadvantage. We have had super attack 1 and we are going to go backwards. Okay, in this case we got 50 combo and regeneration, and in this case you are already seeing how it is not reversing us or anything like that. So friends, I recommend that you throw away the regeneration when the match against the ball is going to end. Go totally behind, okay, because if not, this ball can be regenerating our lives a lot, and that regeneration can bother us. Okay, you can see it's a very slow but fairly simple fight, huh? You are already seeing that you always have to hit 5 blows in the combos, because if we don't have the disadvantage of instability and the ball always simulates, we always have to which has super attack 1 because it is the easiest to avoid. Okay, you can also support yourself with the relic, since in this case we are going to hit a hard blow, and once again it makes us unstable to be able to do good damage. Okay, there we are. As you are seeing, they are already diverting us to our souls to this Balonchimo, and it is the node. The only thing we have to be careful with is that node. Okay, we are almost finished with the regeneration. We can get it again, which can be very good for us. And you have to hit 5 blows. I'm already seeing that it is quite simple, and it's good that Kusala, I haven't said hunters, but that Kusala is good for us because it is immune to bleeding. Therefore, here, a character from the saga who is immune, hemorrhage is going to be spectacular to us because that's how Balonchimo, that in the end is his strength, the disadvantages of hemorrhage in case he hits you. With that, you will now know that you are not going to receive any taps, and therefore you will be able to fight in a simple way as you are seeing right now. But which one? It is to have now, because in reality any character in the saga can be working for us. Simply always do the 5-hit combos as you are seeing on the screen, and the regeneration that gives you. Simple, and it's no longer valid. There are no more friends. It's that simple. It's not as difficult as like our friend Code Rider, and very important also, when regeneration is going to end, we stay away to prevent our friend from being cured. You are already seeing that we are in a combo of 115 friends. That is outrageous. For a secondary mission, you are already seeing how we are killing him little by little. In reality, Kusala doesn't come so well for this fight either, because in the end, Kusala looks strong through the incination disadvantages that we put in, and that spiritual bush. But in this case, we don't leave our Balonsimo because it has those debugging disadvantages, because we simply have to kill normal combos. As you can see that we already have it. Simple fight, but very, very tough, very slow. Okay, this Balonsimo is always very easy, as you have seen that super attack 1 throws you, and we simply go back when regeneration is activated. You can do it with any type of character always. You have a character who is immune to bleeding well. You are seeing how Alex for the mission gives us those 500 Titan shards, those 100 grade 2 primordial powders. And as I told you, the important thing to do it with the Saga tag is because they are going to be giving us these prizes: 1000 6-star relic shards and 20 grade 6 random crystals. Okay, thank you friends. With this, we have finished the secondary mission of May 2025. You like this Sophie video if you're not there, and see you in other videos. Bye bye.